Alright, so what is up YouTube? We are back for our week 2 SBD on singles, and obviously, as you guys know from last week, this is the conservative block, but that doesn't mean we're going light. That just means we're trying to keep things specifically for momentum, and that is it. So, starting off with bench press, of course, as you guys seen in the last video, assuming I uploaded it before this, we have the Han Soup combo rack. It finally came in after 40 days. I will say, quality-wise, this thing is absolutely fantastic. Customer service, not so much. But it is what it is. It's here, and we finally get to work on it. So, very excited to be able to have my first session with it for SBD. So, let's get into it. All right, hopefully this camera angle is good. Honestly, I will say, with it being a little cramped in this area, it's hard to find a good spot to actually put the camera. I found a good angle on that side, but that rack can't be used during the time. And then the hack squat can't be used if I put it on this side. It just is what it is. Shit's feeling pretty crispy today. I ain't gonna lie to you. So final warm-up, loaded up the bar, 363 pounds, and then it'll probably be anywhere from a 7.5 to like 12.5 kg jump from here to like 380 to 391, I think is our top end for today. And I tell you what, dude, earlier warm-ups before this, like 330 even moved fantastic, and I took a jump from 2 reds to 330. Now we're going to 363. I feel fucking fantastic. So ideally, hopefully we move this as similar as we did the 330. The amount of control that I feel and confidence in my setup in this has been absolutely ridiculous. And I definitely, I'm blaming this sticky ass Han Soup pad. I'm very thankful. Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna lie, that 391, it felt worse in my head while in during the rep, but honestly watching it, it looked very, very smooth. So I'm genuinely pretty happy. I will say I feel like I had a 405, probably a block or two ago, that moved slightly better than that. So I don't think it shows that we're at all-time peak strength right now, but we're probably pretty close. Realistically, based off of that, I felt good for probably 407, 413 on the high side today. But overall, not too bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty happy with that. Right now we have 303 pounds loaded up in the bar. This will be our 3x5 for back counts, and then we'll be getting on the squat. Well, we're finally getting squatted rolling. Hopefully we end up liking this camera angle. If not, I'll have to figure out something else. But I guess let's start getting the dynamic moving. And then we start with 130 or 155 as always. I did make a minor adjustment to the camera angle. I guess we'll see whether this is a plus or minus. But let's get back into it. 374, this is usually where we're able to start telling, what's going on and how the body's truly feeling under that barbell. All right, body's feeling good. I think we're honestly gonna take kind of a big jump. I think we're gonna jump straight to 463, take that as a final warming, and go straight up to our top single for the day. 463, final warming, more than likely. If things don't feel great with these softs on, then we probably will throw the A7s, because that's what we'll be wearing for competition anyways. Like I said though, I'm trying to genuinely avoid wearing them on week 1, week 2. That way it makes it a little bit more of a seamless transition after we decide to stop using stiffs. Which I don't know when that case will be. It's hard to say right now. $523 pounds on the bar, kilos I can't think of off the top of my head, but we gotta get this shit done. Good. I'm not gonna lie to you, that went significantly better than I thought it was going to. I was a little bit worried about it, but I wasn't like 463 moved very well. felt relatively light on the back. Everything felt solid overall. I was just, still a little shaky because I'm so used to performing in stiff sleeves. So to go this heavy without them, it's just, I'm not familiar with it, feels like, again. Especially after doing like so many volume blocks. So like my early weeks were incredibly light, but not bad for 523. I probably feel like I could hit like a nice 560 based off of that, maybe 573. Probably be a little hard. Obviously, I really haven't tested my top end in these sleeves in a very long time. Last time I wore the SPDs for a top single was literally back in August of last year when I hit 595 for the first time. So very hard to say. It's just been so long. I've lost my confidence in them per se. So I just need more exposure to using them again. 200 kilo for a nice easy set of 5. Let's make it happen. Not gonna lie to you, fucking squat back downs kicked the living shit out of me. I definitely think I overshot the top back down I was supposed to take at 440 at RPE 6. It was just an RPE 6 like back down description. And based on how I was feeling today with the soft sleeves, I'm very happy with how the top single moved. And top back down didn't move bad. Like realistically, if I would have dropped 2.5 to 5 kilo, it would probably been right where I needed. The problem is my prescribed RP for my back, or my prescribed load for my back downs below that were 430 pounds. So maybe it would have been best just to do all 3 at 430. I'm not really sure, so I think that's something I'm gonna have to bring up to my coach to really figure out. But we'll get there when we get there. We got 265 on the bar. Probably gonna take pretty big jumps. This 374, maybe a low 4. If not, we're gonna go straight to 480, which would be our top end, assuming things feel good. First of all, I'm sorry, coach. I don't feel like loading all the change today. So we're going 2.5 kilos above. He may or may not see that. Or I may just post a specific clip and tag him. I don't know, we'll see. But 45. Almost forgot to record on the camera for you guys. Well, we got 424 pounds loaded up in the bar right now. This will be our top back down for today's deadlift session. And then I do think that the lower back downs are starting to get heavy enough that doing a beltless may be just adding more difficulty than we need to. So I think we are going to start doing all of our accessory or all of our back down work on deadlifts with the belt on from here on out. At least probably as we get into like 380 plus range from here on out at least. Right now, right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you that if I told you this felt good, I'd be lying to you. Again, I feel like that last back down was probably overshot about by an RPE. So we got 386 in the bar, which is exactly what's prescribed for the day for back downs. Ideally, we can make these look a little bit better because that last one felt like shit. Obviously, the big thing is too, you guys already know, especially if I'm carrying a lot of fatigue from prior blocks, that and especially if like externals with work are quite difficult or quite out of the norm, then it can affect our training. And you typically, again, we don't usually feel good until week 3, week 4, as I mentioned, and as you guys have seen, but it is what it is. We're getting the work done, and that's what's going to get us somewhere. Regardless of how it feels, we're getting it done. So let's get these last 2 back downs done and go the fuck home.